Okay, so here's just a quick thought for today. I've been going through a bit of a rough time recently. Normally I kind of struggle with seasonal affective disorder at the beginning of the year, but this year, despite a kind of a brief break, I seem to have continued on that same course. I think it's just been one thing after another. I've had COVID. Our little girl has been bringing home all kinds of diseases from nursery. We've had coughs and colds. I've been trying to run a marathon, and I've got dodgy knee now. You know, it just seems to be one thing after another, almost like the universe is out to get me. And I know that's a kind of bad kind of way of thinking. That's kind of victim mindset. But sometimes when it's a bit relentless, it's very easy to fall into that. And I have, to a certain degree, fallen into that. But one of the things that's really been helping me is something I call observing the observer. So I know I'm kind of having these negative thoughts, and I'm in these negative thoughts and these negative feelings. But when you undergo the practice of observing yourself in these thoughts, you kind of can introduce a kind of level of abstraction that can really help. Some people talk about naming these feelings as being a way of doing it, and that certainly helps. But for me, it's about observing the observer. So, and I often write this down. So I observe myself being pissed off with the situation. I observe myself feeling tired. I see myself feeling hard done by or adopting a victim mentality. And what that does is to kind of just separate me from it just a little bit. And a bit like practicing rain. I don't know if you practice rain, but I'll talk about that in another video. But a bit like practicing rain, it kind of gives you a bit of distance from those feelings and those thoughts. And it brings you back into that kind of mindful state of being where you can separate yourself a little bit. And that just takes the edge off just a touch when you're feeling like you're having a period of time where it's difficult. Anyway, just a thought, become the observer of yourself, become self-aware, and just become witness to yourself having those feelings, having those thoughts when things get tough, and it can offer you a level of abstraction, a level of removal from what you're going through. All right, so there you go, little thought about becoming the observer, observing the observer. All right, cheers.